Okay, so yeah. Hi, Facebook and YouTube. We are live here. Let me just give me 1 second. We are live here with, three of the IT guys we are going to talk about life of an IT professional. That was the theme which was picked up by Vivek. So what we're going to do is, I think the feedback which I got from Vivek is nowadays there is a lot of confusion or a lot of issues which the IT people are facing. What the main case is the COVID situation, where there's a lockdown, you have lots of dreams and plans to go about. So what he have told is that let's have a conference call with a couple of IT people and work it up from there, right? So this is just a group. As you know, I do every Sunday, I do a video call, which is video conference with anyone. I do video conference with a group of people, single person. You want to interview me, you want to question me, anything and everything is practical here, provided you ask me genuine questions. So what Vivek did is, the feedback I got from Vivek is that he have asked a couple of IT people what their problems are, what their questions are, what their doubts are. And then we are going to start talking about that with that thing, right? So I'll welcome everyone, which is Anirudh, Vivek, and I think Jonathan also would be joining in. So guys, feel free to just introduce yourself and then you can take it from there. Vivek, you want to go first? Everyone is trying this for the first time, right? So
I guess let Anirudh go first.
Anirudh wants to go first. Go ahead.
Sure. Yeah. So hi everyone. I am Anirudh Daima. I work as a software engineer and machine learning developer at Sybase, and I've been in this IT industry since last 2 years. So I would also like to thank Vivek for this initiative, because it is true, most of the people are facing challenge due to this COVID situation. So looking forward to have a great talk and answer to my questions as well. Thank you.
Vivek, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, so am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know how to go with this introduction. I'm always fail while introducing myself. So I guess myself Vivek Chaudhary. So I'm just working as a data scientist, as a freelancer.
Stop. See, now life of an IT guy. Okay.
Okay. That is the part. That was the introduction part.
Hold a life of an IT guy. You have to know how to introduce very well, because what happens there is, if you don't know how to introduce yourself very well, people will just put a startup view over you and reject your plan, right?
Yeah.
So introduction is the key. Introduction means, first of all, you have to be very confident about yourself, right? If you're not confident in yourself, that is why you are flubbering or flumping, we say in English, right? On your introduction. So first thing is, write down a very good introduction, which means it could be 30 seconds or 15 seconds about you in a summary. So if someone asks me, my introduction is such that it makes people want to know more about you. So make sure every IT guy have an introduction which is more, where people will ask you further questions about it. It's not that I work in this. If you're looking for job opportunity, if you're looking for growth, or if you're looking for anything around this, never ever focus from that point. The other thing what you need to do is whenever you make an introduction, you should be strong, you should be bold, and you should present yourself, which means you have 15 seconds or 20 seconds or 30 seconds to impress someone. Now, if there is that impression you have, right? So for me, if someone asks me the impression, I'm Deek Parassini, I'm in the mission of spreading or making positive free for everyone. That's my first line. That could freak out most of the people. Positivity free of charge. Oh, what do you do? Right? So you should have, when you ask in IT, yes, I'm this one. I work in this company. The latest project which we are doing is da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So that there is a communication, or there is a something, oh, this guy is doing serious stuff, than saying, I'm working as an IT engineer in this company. Full stop. Whenever someone asks you, what are you doing? It is the greatest pitching situation you have. It can be anyone. It can be a normal person you're talking up to, right? So never ever introduce just with your one name and your designation. Give a story behind it, right? so that people ask you more questions. Vivek, one more better introduction once again.
Yeah, let me try again. So am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. So hi guys. So myself Vivek, and we are here today with Mr. Deek, and so we have decided to have this talk on more into the positivity.
Okay, stop. Let's do this introduction correctly. Don't say myself, Vivek, right? I am Vivek. Pause. I have done this. Pause. I have done so the people have time to register. I am Vivek. Tarada, tarada, tarada. People won't have time to register what you're doing. People can't process what you're doing, because sometimes when you're saying something, they process. Oh, this guy can be used for something else. Oh, this guy can help us. Right? So go ahead. I'm just training everyone, because my object, you're saying life of an IT professional. If an IT professional don't have a good introduction, forget it. He have lost all his opportunity. Right? Go ahead, Vivek. Sorry, I'm picking you, but it's just for the good for everyone.
No, not at all, sir. So yeah. So hi guys. So my name is Vivek Chaudhary, and we are here today with Mr. Deek to have some talk on a positivity. As we have seen, due to this COVID situation, many of us are leaving the. We are just getting out of the jobs, or like we are feeling the stress or like depression part, and this is the like critical situation that everyone is going, including me even. And so this happens like when the reason can be anything. Reason can be like money. Reason can be the people you're losing. The reason can be what mistakes you have made, or you're not getting the job or whatever. So we're going to pick each and every questions, and we are going to discuss each and everything, whatever questions you are having in your life related to your problems that you're going through. Maybe you cannot. People are pretty much focused to get into the jobs, but they get demotivated. Why I'm not getting the job now? Then again they get their state of mind is really unstable at that particular time, and they could not do anything. Like they just want to do, but they're incapable of just making the things in a streamlined process. So what I mean by that, you always think, maybe many of you IT guys, like today I will learn this thing, today I will implement this thing. But what happened at the end of the day, something else will pop up in your mind. And that pop up may be anything. It pop up maybe personal issues, that pop up maybe anything like related to what you're not liking, your past friends, your friends, how they're behaving, or whatever thing. And while this you're motivated the previous day, and the future day, the day you are working to inspire yourself to work for these things, and again you get demotivated. So this is the scenario, like I wish going in everyone's life at certain particular point of time. Because this is happening with me after 2 years. After meeting with Deek sir, I guess from 2 years I didn't ask even a single doubt from him. And now again that because the different experiences, because we are human being, we do mistakes, and mistakes has been done at the different scenarios at a different manner, and we don't recognize them at the first phase. So it will take some time to feel that realizations and just come up to this field. So we are here to to just ask you n number of doubt, whatever doubt you're having related to life, related to your job perspective, your family issues, your personal issues, and here we are just that Deek will just try to answer all of your questions, and for sure you will get all of your answer, and believe me, all of your answer will be attached to your past somehow, and you'll be amazed by going through the today's session, I wish. So I guess this is pretty much good.
That was good, a good one, Vivek. So guys, whoever's watching on YouTube and Facebook, feel free, if you have any IT related questions, feel free to put it on the comment section, and we will take it up at the end of the show. So my job first is to answer Vivek's and Anirudh's and Jonathan's questions, and after that, we would actually get into it. Hi, Nikhil. Thanks a lot for your comments there. We saw that. So feel free to ask your questions. I always tell people, make use of me in the best possible way, so it benefits you people at the end of the day, right? So Jonathan has come in. So that's Jonathan. I think our sound is echoing, Jonathan, with you. Right?
Yeah,
oh, now he's good.
I was just running on home. Yeah, now it's good?
Yeah, now it's good. Perfect.
Yeah.
So Jonathan has also joined in. There is 3 IT versus Deek Parassini. That's how it's going to go. Right? Okay. I have an IT experience, right? I'm just a small experience. I'm Microsoft certified Excel and Microsoft certified Word, right? So that's my IT certifications I have. Remaining all is just hard work and learning at the end of the day. So guys, shoot, I leave it to you on the floor as to how you want to ask, and I will take it from there.
Yeah. So who is going to start? I'll start, or any of you, Jonathan or Anirudh?
Vivek,
Okay, let me ask the first question then. Okay. Am I audible, right, sir?
Just a second, guys. IT people, come on YouTube and Facebook. There are many. You are on IT. Come on my YouTube or Facebook so that you can ask your questions directly. Plus, there are IT guys who are also doing well. So if you have further questions, more about what you want to ask about, ask them, so that all your IT doubts and your career doubts, it's all about, we all learn from each other. It's not only me. If there is something Vivek or Anirudh or Jonathan want to share with you people, come on YouTube, come on Facebook. That is where it is, right? So if you want to ask in your comments column, feel free to ask and you will figure it out, right? So guys, go ahead. Vivek, start. Let's go.
Yeah. So one of the common questions that I have facing through my a lot of people while talking to. So due to COVID, everyone is losing their job, and some of us they getting demotivated, and they as I pointed before, they want to do something, they want to learn something, but some of the first day they are motivated, and the next day again motivation goes down, and they are unable to cope up the things in the same manner like they thought yesterday. Like I have to learn these things and let me try again. So they are just getting demotivated. We are not getting a job, no. Because it's obvious, like money is really important. Without money we cannot survive, and that's so.
Okay, so I get it. So basically what you're saying is, because of the COVID situation, you're getting motivated and then it's dipping. You're getting motivated, then it's dipping. How do you actually keep the motivation going on for a long term? That question is correct? Okay, so how I would say is that let's see it from this way. Why is motivation going up and going down? Why is motivation going up and going down? Because somewhere around where you have to reach, your excitement is going up and going down. Your excitement is going up and going down. So wherever you want to reach, you have some doubts. Wherever you want to reach, you have some questions which you're looking for. Wherever you want to reach, there is some internal conflict which you're having, that can I do this or not? Can I reach there or not? So every time when you doubt, your motivation goes down. Every time you see light, your motivation goes up. So technically, motivation is going up and down is because somewhere around you're not very clear about your goal. Somewhere around you're not very focused on your goal. And when you're not that focused, when the focus comes, boom, you go up. When the focus goes, you go. Now, for example, do you eat your lunch and breakfast every day on time? Vivek, I don't know, he sometimes gets it here and there. But in general, we tend to eat when we are hungry, right? Yeah. So same way, if you're hungry enough for your goal, or if you're hungry enough for your or dream or your plan, automatically that motivation will stay around. So where do you want to be? Who do you want to become? What is your plan? If that is very clear, every morning when you wake up, you have something to do, you will wake up, right? But then every morning, night you're sleeping, oh, tomorrow, let's wake up and figure out. No, when you wake up, oh, let's sleep and figure out, right? So you're going that track. So when you go in that track, you will never be motivated even to wake up. The first thing is, I always tell people, when you are working, when you are, when you are going to sleep, do you have a plan for tomorrow? If you don't have a plan for tomorrow, forget it. Early morning, you will be sleepy, you will be dozing. But at the same time, tomorrow you have your most favorite person's birthday party, and that is in the morning. 99% will wake up. Why? You know the goal. You're focused on that plan. And when that focus is good, automatically you'll be motivated to go further. Did that make sense, Vivek? Did I answer the question?
Yeah. Yeah. So another, the questions in the another question on this only. Yeah. This happens maybe with a lot of people. Some of the people maybe losing their friends, or they're behaving odd and all. So the time that question also rising, they have motivation to do the things, But again and again, they'll be having the same question, like why that happens, like why my particular friend is not talking to me, or like why that particular person is behaving so odd, and what I have did, and even like those thoughts are some of our like this suppressing the people nowadays, because the situations in that going in that way, because now people want people around them, but they're not.
What you're trying to say is that you have this motivation, but people around you sometimes demotivate you, or your friends around you sometimes demotivate you. What am I supposed to do? Right? So that is very simple. Only keep friends who's motivating you. Forget the other friends who's not going to motivate you. It is difficult. There is an emotional bond you have with a certain set of friends, but then you have changed your track. What happens when a train is going towards the direction, you hold on extra weight on the train, the more weight you put, the more load you have to carry towards the direction. On the other hand, you have a similar train standing next to you and both hold together. So one train is tired, the other train can trace you. The other person is tired, the other person. So what you need to do here is filter up your friendship. Because if they are not motivating you, if they're constantly extracting your energy, then my point is, are they your friend or are they your enemy? I know they are your friend because yes, you have this long relationship, we have been talking, we have been sharing, we have been caring. But then if the same person is not allowing you to grow, you will say that they're actually an enemy to you and not your friend. Good friends are when you have mutual benefit. If you don't have mutual benefit, means both are not growing, then again, that is not friendship, right? So what you have to find out is, where is my train going? Which other trains is pushing me and helping me to go forward? Not which load I'm taking with me and taking that more pressure and going forward. So what you need to do is that if your plan is clear, if your destination is clear, and if it is positive, or if it is something good for the world and yourself and your family, forget all that. Because if you put a lot of load onto your weight, I'm telling you, you're going to slow down. But the point here is that some people like slowing down. Some people like that friends with you. Then don't look at for the growth and don't go for motivation, because that motivation is going to demotivate you. You're going to go in that up and down cycle. Right? And then one fine day, when your cycle goes very down, and that time your friends also won't be there because they are on the upward cycle. That is when you'll get the biggest hilt of life, this guilt that, oh, I did everything for my friends. Now they are not there with me. They have cheated me. And then you go to further motivation, demotivation. So you have to have the strength to no, I'm not saying to disconnect with your friends. Say that, guys, I have a different dream now. I am focused on something. Once I'm done with that, I will come back to you. Have a clear discussion. Because if not, every time, tarara, tarara, negative, 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 you will also think that there is no future for you. Did I answer the question? I know it's a tough answer, but that is the truth which some IT people have to know.
No. Right now, I got a correct answer. This question is manipulated with n number of questions in one.
Okay, that's good. All thanks to God. Go ahead. Shoot, next question.
So the another question is from that Google form that I have got from the people. So if I give an example, they are like different techniques when you went into the MBA. So if I talk about the data science, so if you want to learn MBA, so there are different domains, right? If you want to go into the data science, any technical domain, not data science, any technical domain, so there are a number of things are there. So people want to learn. Like when some of the people start learning, let's say one topic or like one particular technique, then they see like another technique is also good, and the other person is learning. Then they again divert their mind to the second one, then third one, then fourth one, and they learn everything, but they learn only the outside part.
Yeah.
So they didn't focus to like how to streamline the process. Like they don't do like, let me learn this first 100%, let me try something, then let me jump to the second one.
Yeah.
So this is where they're finding a gap while learning something or just going something nowadays.
I'll tell you, I'm a person, I know I might challenge a lot of educational people. I might challenge a lot of standard norms of the world. I always tell something. General knowledge is a waste of time. General knowledge is a waste of time. Specialized knowledge is what gives you the real benefit, right? So as you go more specialized, that is when your pay, or that is when your difference, or that is how you make that difference in this world. For example, you can be a general doctor, right? But don't you think if you're a cardiologist, you'll get paid more? So a general doctor gives you the complete body overview, but then you have this physical. Then some people pick hand, some people pick head, some people get eyes. Some people goes to the sensitive part, which is the heart and the brain. They get paid more. So what you have to understand here is that if you don't have specialized knowledge or you don't go deep into a subject, you'll be like a general person. And general person gets general pay. Specialized person gets specialized pay. So it is your wish if you want to be a general guy or you want to. I know some people who study the whole dictionary, right? For me, it's a waste of time, right? But then if you're an author, or if you are a poet, or if you are something which is to do with a language, okay, dictionary is good. But the point is, if you're not going to use 90% of the words in the dictionary, why do you study the whole dictionary? Right? So the first point is you should have a clear understanding. What do you need to know? That is point number one. Second thing is, research before getting into a field, research each field 100%. Like Vivek said, data science, research about it. Machine learning, research about it. Artificial intelligence, research about it. Have a complete idea where the future is going and then get into it. What people do is AI, oh, I have a future. Oh, Microsoft is doing all this. What is Microsoft doing? Right? Now you're going to data learning, you're going to machine learning. What is going to happen in future? Now Google is putting 1 billion or whatever it is into the Indian market, right? But what is happening is they're thinking of, I think, Facebook or YouTube. They're trying to make it mobile to come out of it, right? So now there's a scope in India. In the next 10 years, mobile production is going to go hard. Apple have transferred their investment also on one of the main investments from China to India. So there is strong growth on the IT field in terms of computers and how you can link all that together, right? So the point here is that there is future in everything, provided you go deep into it. If you're not going deep into the IT world, I'm telling you, you'll be like a general person. The other problem being deep in the IT world means being up to date. There is a big difference. Going deep and learning the language is good, but if you're not up to date of how the language is changing and what's new coming, again, you're obsolete. So it's not specialized knowledge you need in IT. It is updated specialized knowledge which you need in IT. If that is not, you are not up to the speed, again, your general knowledge or your obsolete knowledge, which is also not needed in the IT field. I hope, Vivek, I've answered that question 100%.
Yeah, true, sir. So yeah, so now let's go to Anirudh. Till then, let me come with another question. Yeah, Anirudh, if you have any question, go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead, Anirudh.
So
Let's
like
take a different voice.
Yeah, sure. So the first question which Vivek had, and the answer to that question was like there is a fluctuation motivation because of which, and the fluctuation motivation is because of there is a fluctuation focus. Like we are not able to focus. That is why we are losing motivation. So how to maintain that focus? Because like if we maintain focus, we can easily have that, we can get rid of that fluctuation motivation. So my question is how to maintain that focus.
So the focus comes on the value you give to that goal, right? For example, you know how important is to satisfy your hunger when you're hungry. You know it 100% because your body itself gives you the physical need of having some food. So what you need to hear is that pause for a while and see why I'm doing or going after this goal. What is in for me? I'm just going, like as Vivek said, my friend is doing, I'm doing, or is it truly a goal for you? Do I feel 100% satisfied? Many people, sometimes some people, IT guys, go on to a goal just to prove someone. That is also will give you fluctuated motivation. My papa, mama said, no IT, I'm going to go IT and prove them I can make a life on IT, right? If you're going with that intention also, once you're proved, you'll be demotivated. So the point here is what is my goal and why do I want to do that goal? If that you have a meaning towards it, that is when your focus begins to come. For me, my mission is to spread positivity free for everyone, right? That's my main objective. I need to do that. So every morning I see how can I help someone? How can I have a session? How can I talk to someone? How can I chat with someone? Did someone message me? Let me reply and give a solution to that person. And when you start knowing the value, and when you start knowing that why I am doing what I am doing, that is when the light bulb clicks. And once the light bulb clicks, it will always light is on. But then what happens is that other people will cover the light. And then you begin to doubt if the light has future or not. Once you are focused that the light is on, you just have to go hard onto that light, hold on to it, and make that light stronger and stronger and stronger. Right? And did I answer the question?
Yeah, absolutely correct. And the second question which I have, like, when people get started with learning something new, like if, like, for example, if I have started learning a concept, like if I've started learning machine learning, so I would be quite happy that I'm learning in the first for 1 to 3 months. But after that, I would start comparing myself with people who are quite more experienced, and by looking at their work, I feel demotivated. Like Vivek has around, let's say Vivek has around 5 years of experience in machine learning, and he might be doing wonders. But I just have experience of 1 or 2 years, and like I know that I'm going wrong when I'm comparing myself with an experienced person. But how to avoid that? Because like that is the
Let me explain that. See, what happens here is that every time you compare with anyone, you tend to reduce your self-worth. Every time you compare with someone, you tend to reduce your self-worth. What is self-worth? Of you knowing what your capacity is, what you can do, and what your strengths are. So first thing what you got to do is stop comparing. Because when you compare, someone is better, automatically, indirectly in your mind, you're saying that I'm not better. That is the best part.
True.
Right? So every celebrity you think they are better than you, automatically you're thinking. So they have a good hair, indirectly saying I don't have a good hair. They look good, indirectly saying you're not looking good. So first you got to do stop comparing. Other problem with comparison, it's an indirect prayer. What I tell normally is that gossip is like an indirect prayer, right? So when you say that, oh yeah, this guy has a great creation, this guy has a great creation, this guy has a great creation, what are you doing? This guy has a great creation, this guy has a great, indirectly this guy's creation will go better, right?
Yeah.
So what you need to do is understand that difference where whatever you focus on will technically grow in life. So your point, what you got to understand is that if I focus on myself and if I focus on my growth, which is I've done 3 years of machine learning, how do I grow further? How do I fasten the process? Which processes which I need to go so I can get a certified machine learner, whatever you have. So what you need to focus is that focus from yesterday to today. Focus from last year to this year. Focus on last 5 years to this year. And that is how you build up on yours, which means every day am I growing? Every day am I learning about machine learning? So now next thing is you can look at people's projects, but don't relate to the people. Oh, he has created. Okay, he has some capacity which I don't have. So what do I need to do so I gain his capacity? Your focus should be, oh, someone is doing better than me. What does he know which I don't know? Right? So sometimes I see a lot of LinkedIn, since, Vivek has got a lot of IT guys around in my LinkedIn network. So I get these data science projects which is newly being created and all. Right? So I get that design. So I get this thing, okay, he has created this face censoring and who is smiling, laughing, laughing. So what you need to do is, okay, can I do this? How did he do this? Go on Google. Okay, how do you do face recognition to smile, anger, and that? Your job is to find out how he did it, then he did this, he did that, and I can't do it. Right? For me, what I do, this thing, what I'm doing on social media, I don't have any training. I'm learning. Someone I saw doing this. Oh, how the heck did he do this? Different Google search. How to stream online. How to best way to stream online. But not that, oh, he did it. When can I do? Right? And that is how you build it up. So stop comparing. Compare yourself to what capacity you have, and how I can further grow it up. And that is how you build it up, right?
Yeah, correct.
Hope
Definitely.
I've answered
Sir,
the
your
question.
video is not visible. It's not visible to me or to you also, guys.
No, everyone else can see me, right? You can't see me?
Yeah, yeah, we can. Yeah, we can.
No,
We can see you.
I can't see.
I think you need to get out and get in then.
Okay, then it's fine. No issue.
Because we can see you.
Everyone can see.
We can see you and
Yeah.
all your questions. Yes, you are looking good, so that's fine. You're looking
Okay, then it's good.
You're looking like a white man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I was like, it should
The only
be
thing is
visible,
remaining is
right? So if it is going to be visible to people over live, so no issue. It's
good, good,
perfect.
good. So whatever you see is what is visible online, right? So go ahead.
Yeah, Anirudh, any other question?
Yeah. Last question is like how to learn the art of saying no. Like how can we say no?
Okay. So how can you
This
say
is
no?
the
Yeah,
problem with me as well.
yeah, IT
Always,
people.
this is the questions of n number of people. They're like art of saying no.
See, art of saying no. See, I'll tell you something. Why can't people say no? Because somewhere around they think that they want to be good in front of them. Full stop. That is the main reason. Right? If a robber comes and tells you and opens the door and, hey, can you tell me where the gold is? Would you tell him, ha, robber, it is here? I can't say no. So you come take it. Right? It is because somewhere around we tend to be attached to that certain set of people. Somewhere around we tend to attach ourselves to that. And what happened? That person is a robber, but you still tell him where the gold is. So what happens is he exhausts. So what you need to do is who is this person I'm helping? What worth is he going to add into my life? Which means you have your mother, father, go ahead, help them. You have your family, go ahead and help them. No problem there. But the second question, what you need to do is that if it's outsider, if I do something, okay, you can do because you love doing it. But at the end of the day, am I getting misused in the process? Am I being worked out in the process? Am I being, being cheated? So that has to be a very clear understanding, because if you don't say no to what you're supposed to say no, what happens is that you put the pressure, and then you don't have time for your family, you don't have time for your brother, sister. So complete pattern is going to get destroyed. At the end, what happens?
Yeah.
You will be overexhausted here. Going home, you will have further pressure from your parents. Oh, you're not giving time. Or if in future you have a husband or wife, you are not giving time, and blah, 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 blah. And that fight is here also problem. Here also problem. Here you say no, family is okay, right? So first you got to find the value of the person, how he adds benefit to me. If it's your boss, yes, he's paying you. So I need to keep that certain relationship, which is important. So that has to go from that way. But so understand the value of help which you're giving. That's point number one. Second thing is stop, being nice in front of everyone, because you can't satisfy everyone. There are another people around in this world who need satisfaction. So that people will work it out for you, right? So it's not that you have to be the satisfier of everyone. You have to say no to certain people. I think that is the best. And then different ways of saying no. You have to have that difference. How to say no? There is different ways saying you're busy, or you can say that, guys, I'm not feeling well today. I can't take this additional project, or saying just candid, guys, my thing, I can't do it. Or there's sometimes your boss tend to put a lot of pressure onto you. That time, open up in the front of a boss. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. You want me to add on to this and tell me which is most important? People don't ask that to their boss, right? So if your load is increasing, you have to go back to your boss. My load has increased. Technically, I need 3 hours to do this, 4 hours to do this, 5 hours. Do you want to compromise something? I'm willing to do it, provided you give me instructions. Right? So have an open, frank conversation. If you can't say no to it, and let the other person tell you, don't do it. Right? Art of saying no, I can write a book on it, but I'm just giving a complete summary of what it is, right? So, but it's more important than having the power of saying no is you can't be nice in front of everyone. And that's how you work it up from there.
True.
Right?
True. Yeah.
Okay. Next, shoot all the questions.
All I had.
That's all your questions, no doubts about your future.
No, thank you, sir.
Okay, Vivek, go ahead, shoot then.
So my question was, Vivek and Anirudh actually covered most of my questions, but since my question projects most of the, southern middle class family guys like us who just, we don't choose IT, IT chooses us kind of a person. So then we make it as a career, and then we try to transition it into our dream jobs, but we are not able to leave IT because it is our bread and butter. And then when we are transitioning into what we want to do, for example, some of our friends want to open up restaurants. I want to become a dog trainer, train people's canines. So how do we cope with our family members who are dependent on us, and
Yep.
at the same time reassure ourselves that Nahi bhai, we can do this. But every day in the morning when we get up, is like, oh man, I have to get back to my job. I have to earn money, but at the same time, I'm losing my life every day as to what I want to do.
Got it.
How do
That's
we?
clear. So basically, you have a dream. IT chose you, and it's killing your dream. What to do about it, right? So you should be happy that IT is choosing you. So that's one good thing. There are many people IT is rejecting also. Right? So you should be happy you're from the south, and that is having an added benefit for you. But there is another thing called free time also, right? You're not 24 hours busy in the IT world. You have 8 hours, 9 hours, or 10 hours, or 14 hours of work on a daily basis. But then after that, you have that 6 hours. After that, you have those weekends. After that, you have these lockdowns. After that, you have this free time. After that, you have this 1 month of leave, or after that, you have these festivals which comes into this picture where you're having these holidays. That is your canine time. Right? What people do is that you get to IT, you get this paid job, then you want to relax. That is where the problem starts. When you're in this relaxation mode, you're going to kill your dream, and later they're going to suffocate your dream, and your kid will be born and he wants to get into IT because my father is my dream model. That time you push him, go be a canine trainer. Right? So what you need to do here is you have this free time, learn about the subject. Can I get certified through online? Or can I go to a certain place on the weekends and get trained how to do further training? Can I go and evening times, every Sunday, I'm open to canine services, right? Or training canines. So post it from your IT world and go talk to every dog owner. Guys, I'm in this field. Would you like to do it? Okay, first 1 year, since I'm getting paid, I'm going to do it for free. Right? So that you build up experience. And when you build up this experience, slowly, you'll be worth and you'll be valuable in the canine market. And when you're valuable in the canine market, when others are charging big money and you're doing for free, someone will feel good about it. Why don't you take money for this job? Okay, sir, if you're willing to pay, I'm willing to do it. And that's how you get your first pay, by worth, not by influence, not by you getting trained. It's by your worth you're giving to the market, right? For example, I'm doing these talks. I do all this free of charge. I don't charge, but I can always charge. Anytime I can charge and make money out of it. But I don't do it. It's my passion. It's just giving back to the community. After 10 years, 20 years also, you come for a free session. My session will always be free for the rest of my life. That is my mission, of which I want to be. But my simple point here is very simple. That what is your free time? Right now, I have this free time. I'm doing this. So when you have this free time, you start working, start designing, start planning, start getting trained, go outside, or buy a dog, get that trained and sell it. It's a trained dog, right? So you can, and then what can happen is that then you might have some team to do. So you go on the IT, like I think Vivek is also crazy about dogs, right? Okay, Vivek and this one. Okay, let's start a small, dog community, right? Who we both will learn, train each other and build up that community, right? So what happens, people, then you start, now you have the IT experience. Start a website, start a forum, question answers on dogs, question answers of how to train dogs. Do it completely free or during a free time. Slowly, you add value to the world. And when you start adding this value, one fine day, that can be anytime flipped to a business. But that you need that 1 year or 2 year of experience, which you did it for free, which makes you so comfortable. Because when you're doing it for free, no one can cheat you, right? No one can play. When you do it for completely with no investment, you have nothing to worry about. You can play around however you want to. If you flop, sorry, I flop, right? There is no worry, no investors bothering you. No, I'm doing for my fun. You want to take advice, take it. And when you start doing that, slowly, your IT jobs recognition or value will reduce, and your canine training will start increasing. Don't leave your IT job yet. Let it make the double what you are making on your IT. That is when you got to leave it, because the other one is business. It can fluctuate up and down. That's it. In the next 5 years, you're into the canine business. You are happy. You are reached where you love. So always think this IT job is for you to reach to the canine stuff. But many people say that I'm done with IT. I want to go and have drinks with my friends. I want to go to the discos and enjoy. And then your pressure starts building up. Internally, canine training. Heart is telling canine training. No. Mind says, I have an IT job. I'm getting good salary. I have entertainment. I want to go and have movies, watch movies. See, the heart will say dog, right? And that is how you got to do it. Or else you will have this guilty death. And then, as I said, most parents, what they do is they pressure around, train their kids to do it, and kid wants to get into IT, and you will push him, no, canine dog training, because that is my dream, right? And that destroys the whole thing. So what you need to do is that build up from that point so that you will be happy. And at the end of the day, when you're starting making double the salary or double the money in your IT, your mama papa will itself say, go do dog training. I never knew this much money is being made in this business. And that's it. Got it? He's gone silent now. Jonathan, the doubt is clear. I think his network is a little bit weak.
Yeah, got it.
Got it. So, Jonathan, I hope you got the answer. Now, in future, we will see you as a doctor. Okay, go ahead. You have a counter question? Feel free to ask me.
Right. Now that we've now here's a situation wherein you go outside during this lockdown, right? Many people start walking around. Right now during this COVID-19 situation is where people meet each other, actually have the time to know who they are, our neighbors. That's how we meet up when we come out for walks and all. Now there's some issue in the society that happens, and then suddenly you have 10 old people coming at you and saying, no, we 10 people are there, you have to listen to us. Then how do we feel? I mean, we know the rules of the society, we know the norms of how to live, but still, do we still have to, in all kind manner, we all we kind of educate our elders, saying that yes, this was how it used to happen, but things are changing. There's IoT of things, so everything is not as it used to be, but they're not up for considerations, so they won't take it into mind. So this forms a society, right? So we can't stand up against society, so we just have to either live our lives apart from society, or people like us, open-minded people like us, we just can't blend into society. How do we?
Hold on. I really want to know this. You're bringing the society thing. What does this 10 people tell you?
So they just come and tell us that this is the rules that same the dog training thing. I don't leash my dogs. I don't do that. So they go ahead and say, no, these are ferocious dogs. You don't understand. I mean, I'm telling, they're my dogs. I know them better. So how no? We've been seeing these dogs since 15 years. They've been ferocious all the time. I mean, how is that? Yeah.
So there's two things here. It's like you're asking me. I have been, putting trash in India, and you go to Singapore and you throw trash, and the community comes back saying, "Here it is very clean. You can't throw trash. You'll be fined." Right? So that is just an example I'm talking to tell you, right? So what you need to understand here is that first, there is a society which you live in, right? They have a set standards due to which they are whatever. It can be their 15 years of experience. If they have 1 year of experience, senior people think that they know everything also. That is the other mistake which they tend to do. But your point is, as long as you're living in the society, you have to follow a certain rule, because what can happen is that one fine day, think it's a bad day, think the dog is not in good mood. Someone throws a stone which you didn't see, or someone does something dumb which you didn't see, or someone takes a pin and pokes your dog when it's really close by. You don't know what society can do.
Yeah.
And that day it goes and bites someone. No one knows about it being plucked. No one knows it being poked up. No one knows about your dog reacts, and then it goes and bites someone, and it becomes a complete mess. So what you need to do is when these 10 people are there, okay, you have to, stay with your dog, or do. When you're on the beach, or when it's open, when there's a big garden, when there's no one there, leave your dog free. The point is, as long as you're living in a society, they have a set of rules. You got to follow that until you become a senior person in the society, which can influence the society to change towards the other direction. So what is society? Let me get that very clear. It is a generalized concept of what they've experienced in the last 10 to 15 years. Generalized concept means there'll be one dog which bit. So what they by default, every dog can bite. So that every dog should be tied up. So the point is that their experience might be bad. Your experience might be good. I know many people, even trained dogs, have bit them. Now, who was that? Ranbir Kapoor got bit by a dog, his own dog. Right? So I know, okay, you can, as a trainer, you can say it's not trained correctly or whatever it is. You know something, even people get angry when their mood is bad. So you just sometimes go crazy and you just shout at someone because you build up so much pressure. Even animals also can go through that emotions if you really look at it, right? So what you need to do is that when you're in that society, when there's that 10 people influencing their society, in front of them, follow the rules, because you have to stay in the society, or the society is going to throw you out, right? So what you need to do, so that what you are happy with it, the society is happy with it. Or take the dog into an open garden where there's no one there, leave the dog free. But not in a group. Maybe sometimes when there's a lot of crowd, the dog can panic and do something funny. You have confidence. It is like, I know my child won't do anything, and the child suddenly goes and takes a stone and throws at someone. Like, it is like, every parent, right? I know my child. He won't do anything.
Right.
And then he will go and do something wrong. And that parents, I never expected my son is going to do this. But the crisis can be very bad. The crisis can be working against you. So what you got to do is, society, follow the rules. When I'm out of the society, or find environment, or go rent a big playground and then train your dog.
Right.
And that's
exactly what I'm doing right now.
Right? So when you start doing that, you are happy, the dog is happy, and the community is happy, so that you are a part of that community at the end of the day. Or with time, find an IT job where we are freely leaving dogs to walk around, find a city somewhere in India or international, and leave your dog free. No problem. Right? But then human mind have some worries within themselves. So don't give them that worry, because what happens is that indirectly you're building a fear in a lot of people's head also. When you're leaving a dog freely and is freely walking, many people will be, vibration, oh, this dog can bite me anytime, because their experiences are bad.
Right.
So what happens is that you're building a fear in many other people's life also, unknowingly.
So fear is something that I cannot control.
Yes.
Nobody can control.
Fear is something you cannot control. But what you can do is when you walk with your dog, give an opportunity for everyone to have in contact with that dog. So with time, you overcome people's fear. Your duty as a dog trainer is not just to train dogs. It is to train the society that dogs are.
Yes, my dogs are perfectly fine. It's the human beings that I have to train every day when I,
Yes. So what you need to do give that experience for them, give that surrounding for them. When kids are walking by, hey, don't fear, the dog is safe. Right? Now, I will tell you my life example. Okay, I'll tell you my real life example with dogs. I'm a dog lover, right? I have no issues with that. So there was this 3 dogs. You know the blue-eyed dog which looks like a wolf?
Huskies.
Yeah. So there are the 3
Husky.
dogs. The guy was going so strong with the 3 dogs. He couldn't manage it, I know, and he was really hard on it. So I was standing here. My baby was standing. It's around 2.5 years, and my wife was there, who's a little bit scared of dogs, right? So the dog was coming close by. I know the dog won't do anything. So I was like, go ahead, touch it. And he told me by eye-to-eye contact, we understood that the dog is safe. It's all good. But what happened was, suddenly a cat crossed by. Right? And literally, that dog became so ferocious. And literally, the cat, I think, was coming close by. Cat just struck him. There was blood. Literally, I think it caught the cat or whatever happened. So I literally went there. He was there trying to fix up the solution. But we know that it was just triggered by that. So my wife was like, holy, never ever he's going to go close to a dog. I said, like, it's nothing to do with the dog. It's a dog and a cat issue. So due to which happened. But then what happened? Society will say, see, the dog, what if it's my child? What if they don't differentiate cat? Right? So what doesn't mean that the world have to know the same. Right? So try to understand that difference and find positivity within that. And that is how you build it up. It's like, I know something, it won't hurt you. But then if someone has it's like fire. You know the fire have a certain wavelength. And you know you can control it. But then the fire gets big. And someone has a big experience of fire, which has burned his home. He will see fire, he's going to panic.
Right.
So it's that experience. You don't have to counter it, because when you counter it, the society sees it as a challenge and it can work against you. Got it?
Yep. Thank you. That was enlightening.
Yeah. Go ahead. More questions on my job?
Yeah.
So
probably.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was asking, like, there will like a lot of situation comes in everyone's life. So it's not me, like everyone life, like when you feel realizations, like I guess you can relate it. I'm talking since 2 days with you. So like when you find a realization of your mistakes, and that time, like it happens when you're going into the wrong phase, or maybe you're doing something wrong. People will be there to support you. Okay, they won't even try to change you. But when you start doing something right, and when you realize some of your stuff, some of your mistakes, then people will always love. So how to this why answer cannot be like get from somehow, because like we cannot get that answer most of the times, like any of the time, because if we focus on getting this answer, I don't know how it feels even, but some of how like people want to get that answer of why, like why is that happens, and since you're a friend of around 2 years, 3 years, and suddenly it happens. So how to tackle those situations, because some of how people get like not demotivated, means like some of how at the end of the day, or like at the end of the day, they will think the same thing, like what has been done in before, and how to go for it, and some of how they will get mostly disturbed by their mental health. So how to tackle those situations?
So I always tell about one thing about the world, about the people, like it applies to Jonathan also, right? Why are they not understanding me? Why are the senior people talking like that? I would just say, leave it to the mysteries of life, because you can never decode people, right? Every second their thinking begins to change. Every second their thought process will change. Every new experiences, it is keep on changing. So when you're thinking why about someone, his mind has already changed, right? So for example, what you're thinking today, you're not going to think about, like what you're thinking about Andre today, Jonathan today, based on his experience of our discussion today, your thinking is completely different about them tomorrow. So stop decoding what people are thinking. Stop decoding what people are doing. What you need to say is what I need to do, I'm going to do that, full stop. And I'm not going to hurt, or I'm not being a threat to someone else, full stop. Life is all good. Why they're doing it? They did it because they want to do it, so they did it. You are trying to relate why they did it to me. Learning experience has come to you through them. So focus on the learning, right? Maybe somewhere Jonathan's dog would react someplace which could create a crisis, crisis. So God or universe is sending these old people to make Jonathan understand, for the safety reason, just keep the dog safe, so that you don't have any major crisis with time, right? But we tend to blame, I know my dog won't do anything. There are so many parents who tells me, I'm sure my girl has no relationship with any other guy, or a boy doesn't. I know everyone has a relation here or there. There's so much confidence, they tell me, oh no, my girl can't be. Are you sure? Right? No, I know my child. I have given all the values and they're not going to do it. Yes, you know the child, but what happens is that when you are not there, you don't know what the child or the dog is going through. Maybe your dog has a leg pain which you're not understanding. And that leg pain gets so hard, it gets angry and goes offbeat. You never know when that mind will start changing. So every experience is for you to learn. So focus on the learning and start improving so that you are benefited for yourself and the society at the end of the day. Got it?
Okay. So here's another one I just want to ask, maybe just to get the more clarity. So let's say when you realize something, you say sorry. And I guess I'm talking with you since 2 days, but again, like I'm getting more clarity now. So
when you realize something, if you have done a mistake, say sorry to yourself first. Oh, I have done this mistake. Second thing is start correcting that mistakes, because once mistake is done, you need to change that and make sure you don't repeat the mistake again. Making mistakes is human, but making the same mistake again, then you become an animal, right? You know how a monkey is caught? A monkey is always caught. You put a a box which has an input of this shape, right? And the mango is put inside. So the monkey puts his hand in through, right? Holds the mango, and then it won't release it. All it needs to do is to release this mango, the hand will come out, but it won't release it. So it's not learning. And if you don't learn, you get stuck every time, right? So focus on that learning. And the other thing is that if you have, once this experience have come, if you think that it has affected other people, you go and tell sorry to those people. You say thank you to those people, and just so that at least you have corrected your mistake. It is correcting your mistake. Doesn't mean that they're going to come again back to you, or doesn't mean that it's going to change you again. Got it?
Yeah, got it, sir.
Okay, shoot. More questions? I think this is all a dog question, animal discussion. Let's pick some questions from people here. There is Pooja's question. Right. Who wants to answer? How to be a full stack web developer and how is the future for it? Someone wants to talk about it?
I can answer that. Yeah, I'm a web developer. So yeah. Okay. So full stack web developing is a good future for now, because most of your businesses are coming online, right? So they need an online platform for you to sell your business. So it's good. So it's a very good experience. Probably it won't die till the internet is alive. So I think you're good for it. I think she's good for it. She can go for it.
Okay. So my personal comment on that. See, what you need to understand here is that there is this basic website and there is this complicated website. You should know how to create this complicated website. It is where the money is. So basic website, there is a lot of things called Wix, Weebly, because this is just my experience, because that's how I've learned through the system. Yes. So your Wix, Weebly, they don't need web developers for that, but they have to fine tune it. Yes, they need web developers for that. So what you need to focus on that is, what is the most updated thing which is happening on web developer? Yes, there's a certain new languages coming in. I think Flash is going to be killed shortly. That's what I came to know from Google Chrome. It says Flash won't be there till December 2000, whatever. So make sure you don't learn Flash or anything related to Flash. So, and that's how you do it. This is my input for that, right? Okay, so how to make money by IT. You want to talk about this question? Why people are all after making money, right? Anyway, you guys want to talk about this? By
Yeah,
IT.
yeah. So I just want to give one small, then I guess Anirudh and Jonathan also can say. So like when people think, even like it's my life experience, and like in starting when I drop out, so I didn't think like I want to make money. So the like the vision is different to do something what I love to, right? So so this question is like very unanswered in it itself. Vishwadeep. So he himself is not clear like how he want to make a money from restaurant, like what is the source of income, like where he can get a lot of money. Even you can get nowadays a lot of money from the online courses also, if you're having good knowledge, launch something and get a number of people with a affordable price. Launch a course for 50 rupees, which is really worth it, which people want to take it, and you can get 500 people out of it, right? So this answer is like somehow we can only answer, like we can only have the clarity on this. So let's see, if I want
Okay,
to make money for
let me
the
just
next
further.
month, so I have to pretty much clear like what kind of thing my customer needs and in which thing I am good at. Maybe some food, maybe some delivery cases, maybe my mom is cooking food and let me deliver this food to the people who are not getting the food, and charging some small amount. So like earning money is really easy as per my experience, but getting the way is very difficult.
So see, what I want to add on from Vishwadeep is that, see, don't take IT as a general thing. Here you have taken it so general, it's like how to make money in business. That's what you're asking, right? So the question has become so general that we can't give you a specific thing. At the end of the day, what Vivek is trying to tell you is that what value you can bring to the world using your IT knowledge. If there is some value which you can bring to this world, pay for it, or get paid for it, or charge for it, and try to make money, because we don't know what your experience is. This is like, I really don't, if you don't have any experience, don't get into IT, right? So yeah. So let me, what's this? You guys can talk about it from Hirni. I want to do a SAP course. I don't have any experience. Should I have to get into class, or this pandemic time, which site to go look in and how to proceed? You guys have know anything about SAP?
Yeah,
No.
I can talk about little bit. So, like so this is a common question. Like people are talking in terms of TAP, but in terms of technologies to learn. So what happens? I have seen people who are investing to learn data science around 1.5 lakh or 4 lakh with the reputed institutes and reputed firms in India. But still, they are not like that much capable to get into the job, because they don't like research. So the research is one of the major factor of every field, whether you want to become a full stack developer, and if you want to know how to proceed, how to research, how to get things about SAP, Google is the answer. People, like you should be very patiently to search something useful over Google, because it's almost work on AI and machine learning. Like you type one question, you'll get 100 and lakh of millions of answers. But to see which millions of out of these millions of answers which are going to be really good for you, go to the Quora, get the answers from the professional, get in touch with the people over LinkedIn, take their suggestions. Is there any course which I can take, which is really worth it, and what kind of amount you are having? If you don't, the very first experience, I should say, don't invest money in any course at the first phase. Try to see whether you're capable of this or not, because people are getting into data science because it is into the market and the booming field and the sexiest job of 21st century. So when I get into this field, I have given 3 months of self-learning path by Google. Like you will get a lot of things. GitHub is there. You will get n number of things solved with each line of a code by explaining each and everything. Then why you need someone to like some course? I have seen that like people are investing money. After that, they come to know if they cannot tackle with data science, which means they have like lost like 2 lakh of amount, and they're just paying in EMI, which is again the frustration that you're going to get after getting into any course. So before getting into any course, just get to know why you want to do SAP. What is the reason behind this? And if you want to learn, just go through some online resources. Try to learn on your own. There are a lot of good things like Udemy. In Udemy, you will get a good courses of SAP, which very minimal charges like 499 rupees, and a good content as well. So you can invest 499 rupees. But investing 49,000 rupees, it's very pathetic. Not pathetic, like it's very foolish thing if you don't know about SAP and you're just investing 49,000 with some institute. Instead, just try to invest less amount and gather the more knowledge and see like how you can go.
Yeah, so let me just add on to Vivek. So what he's trying to tell here is that every course has a future, every whatever course you've decided to, if you don't have an experience, what you need to do is read, research, watch YouTube videos in relation to the topic which you want, open the syllabuses of various content, search each topic online, get more information, see if it is digestible for you or not, see if you can take this information into your system, and see if you can actually make a difference, and then only join the course. Many people join courses because it's that rush, it's the world is doing it, so I also want to be here, I don't want to be left behind. I'll still tell you, I have my own, not my own experience, my personal, one of my cousin, right? I don't know, I think 10 years ago, not 10 years, maybe 10 years ago, there was this biotechnology craze. I really don't know how many of you have come across, right? So everyone was so big on this biotechnology. Everyone went running after biotechnology. I'm telling you, 50% are still sitting without any job, right? I have my own cousin who's sitting without any job on biotechnology. So don't run after that rush. Find out what's in that rush for me. Can I go ahead of the pack? Do I have the money or the investment to go ahead of that pack? And that is where the value is, rather than having just general information or general knowledge of running there, right? So I'm just adding on to Vivek, what he has said. Yeah, what else? I hope we have answered that question in different ways. So this question, I can, again, Deepika has asked this question, which is better, MSc in computer science or MCA in computer application? I can talk about this because initially I was thinking of getting into MSc of the computer science of thing. Guys, what I know about IT, guys, you can add on. My point is, whatever MCA, BSc in computer, whatever you do, those are all general information. You don't make life in IT with general information. What you need to do, even you're doing MCA or MSc in computer science, there's a lot of certifications which is much more important, which gives you a better career than an MSc in science, because IT world has gone so specialized. IT girl, they don't want a general person. You are Microsoft MCSC. Can you do that? You're getting a job, right? So your job is to get into that. Do the education, which gives you a complete overview of what you're doing. But then free time, specialize. So when you get out, you have an MSc in computers or MCA in computers with a certified course, with a certified background, so that you're much more valuable than a guy with just a certification. So see it from that point of view. I hope, IT guys, I've answered the question.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, true.
So yeah, so that's it. What else is there? You guys want to have any other question, Vivek, from your friends?
I guess like there's a one or two questions which are like same as it is. So there's a lot of question in the Google form like about stress. So how to like tackle this stress, and like how to tackle this stress part, and how to deal with stress at the end of the day. Because when you because some of the questions are like they are stressed due to some certain reasons, family, money problem. So people like the question. So I didn't take people names because they didn't feel only questions. So they have asked like we facing through the money problem, and then I want to learn something. I can focus on that, and the focus is getting distracted. So at the end of the day, it's frustration and sleeping and just doing nothing at the end of the day, and just going through this kind of.
Hold on. Let me just. So basically, you're talking about the stress created by COVID or stress created by the IT jobs?
Stress created for maybe for freshers or for IT also. So in what like right now, most of the people are just leaving like just losing their job. So,
yeah.
So this is pretty much
okay.
Like whether let me and what are the things and how to and all those.
So let me talk a good summary of that, right? So what you got to understand here is COVID, you're going to lose a lot of jobs. That's an accepted fact, right? And plus further with lockdown, there's lots of jobs going to be in stake and many people are going to lose. That's a side, and it's on, and at the end of the day, it is on an upward trend. So as long as it's in the upward trend, as it goes upper and upper, people are all going to lose their job. But the point you need to understand here is how much money have you saved? That is the first learning experience you get in this COVID situation. Because somewhere around, there's two things here, why this stress is building up. One is you have taken loan. The other thing is you don't have enough savings within you. These are the two main reasons you get stressful when you lose a job. That is the biggest stress than anything else. So what you need to understand, maybe in future you might losing this job or whatever it is, try to close off if you can. I know it's difficult. Try to find out ways, because there'll be so many guys. I literally feel odd on this. People buy most of the stuffs in EMI. Most of the stuffs. Pay person on credit card, it just goes on and on and on. You're unnecessarily building a pressure for your instant gratification of having that mobile in your hand. Right? So first thing, the best thing which COVID is teaching the world is only buy or only go and get what you truly are worth for. There are so many things. You look around in the home, there will be around 20% of things you don't need. You have bought it and sitting on the room, right? It was unnecessary. You bought it because you just wanted to buy it, right? So the first thing what you will learn from here is that from the COVID situation, when you're stressful, is stop taking these loans. I always tell people the worth. How do you know I have to buy this thing or not? You know how? You should have double the money for buying it twice. Only then you're worth for buying that. So if you're buying an iPhone for 50,000 rupees, you should have 1 lakh with you to buy an iPhone of 50,000 rupees. If most of the people goes in this attitude, I'm telling you, financially, you're completely safe. All right? That is point number one. That is the biggest lesson which most of the people are going to learn with losing their jobs. That EMI thing will stop forever. And this bank loan of unnecessary taking loan to credit card and buying on credit and all that will be the learning experience for people. That's point number one. Second thing is, if you lose your job, what to do? I really don't know from what loans you have taken. I really don't know to what level you have taken. What you need to do is to go and talk with certain people, concerned people, and try to see if you can extend it or whatever. Because there's a lot of working around right now and everyone understands the situation. After that is about self-growth. If you have still money left aside with you, get yourself trained, get yourself certified. As Vivek was saying, there's many other places where different people are trying to learn so many things at a very low charges. I will tell you something. The biggest interview question which is going to come after lockdown is, what did you do during the lockdown period? If you say that I was sleeping, if you say that I didn't do anything, if you say that I was watching Netflix half of the time, if you say that I was watching Netflix half of the time, then is what the problem is. Because I'm telling you, sometimes I'm on LinkedIn. I don't know, there's one girl. I really don't know. I don't know her name. I don't want to mention it. Every day she's putting a certificate. I have done this degree. I have done for this webinar. I have done that. I was like, wow, people have to learn from this girl. Right? So guys, even though you lost your job, it is just a peaceful time where you can just multiply your growth. Many people tell me, I have this dream. My job doesn't allow you. Now, for example, Jonathan, he has all this time to create his canine dog business right now. Work on it, strategically plan it. Okay, I'm getting this salary from my IT job, 50% invest on this, 50%. By the end of this year, I might have 10 lakhs. Let me invest that in the business. Still, I'm working as IT. Part-time, I'm going to start this. Follow your dream. This is the best opportunity God or universe or the COVID has given you, right? Build up your relationship with your family, right? When you have your family support with you, I'm telling you, no stress can come close to you. I can sign and tell you this. So you have this COVID time, go call your mother, Mama, how are you? You do that, I'm telling you, 20% of stress is gone then and there. Right?
Yeah.
So what you need to do is that build up that relationship. 20% of stress is gone. Start working on your dream or your plan which you have. 50% of the stress is gone. Another 25%, work on how you look, work on your health so that you can perform a little more better once the COVID is off. If you start doing that, where is the stress? Right? But yes, financial crisis might be there for certain people, but then I didn't tell them to take that loan for an iPhone just to show off that in front of your friends. It is just a learning experience for you. So learn it and figure out how to work on around it. Now, next time the salaries which you have, utilize in the right sense so that in future, something like COVID comes again, you're much more prepared and much more stress-free. I hope I've answered that question, Vivek.
Yeah, sir. Agree. And another question: how to one of the people how to quit smoking?
How to quit smoking? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if this is an IT question. Do all IT guys smoke?
Yeah, maximum.
Okay,
I guess out of 100,
most
if you
of
look
them.
in Bangalore, out of 100, 99 people do.
99 people do. Now, why do IT people smoke? Okay, one reason is just to relax with stress, right? Because what happens is that when narcotics get into your body, somewhere it just creates a better balance, or somewhere you tend to get rejected, cannot get rejected, you tend to disconnect with that stress which you have. I can talk about alcohol also, right? There are many people who go and have alcohol. Nishant, we'll take your question next, right? So what I was saying is, yeah. So how to cut down smoking? First of all, you got to find out when do you smoke. That's the first thing. If you want to stop smoking, you should have to find out when you want to stop smoking. Because, so when did you start smoking? Like at the end of the day, is it when I'm overloaded with job? Is it just because when I wake up, I need to take a puff to feel good about it? Is it because I will tell you to what experience I have with some of my people working in Bangalore, right? I can give you a reference of that. So what they do is they wake up early in the morning, not wake up, they work about the time which they need. They go and work really hard. They're so stressed in the work. Then they go to a disco, drink alcohol to disconnect from that stress, hear loud music so that they don't hear anything else other than the loud music, just to suppress that stress for that time being, so that with that sink of alcohol, they can sleep in peace and they wake up again with that new life again. So what is happening here is that if you don't know how to suppress the stress which you're creating, like for example, I will tell you how Jonathan can go stressful. He is going to go with that dog free-handed. Every time the senior people are going to hit him, which builds up stress. Early morning, he goes for a walk with his dog. He builds up the stress. He goes in the office, and obviously IT job begins to get stressed up. And then obviously he builds up the stress. He needs to drink something or he needs to take that puff to release that stress. But the dog problem is not yet solved. It's going to come back again tomorrow morning. The work stress is not stopped. It's going to come back again in the morning. So he needs another puff or something to release that out. So what you need to do is that every addiction, right? Now, different people have different addiction. Alcohol, when you can't skip, addiction. Smoking, when you can't skip, addiction. TV serials, which your mothers see, they can't skip, addiction. Father have to see news. Right? I think Jonathan is enjoying that.
Right? You're going to be a TV serials, man. You're going to be a TV serials.
Father cannot, see, that is what people don't understand. Father cannot drink a sip of alcohol before going to sleep, addiction. Cannot miss the TV news, addiction. Have to open the newspaper early in the morning, addiction. Have to drink tea evening with a snack, addiction. All this is addiction. And why you do it is because somewhere around you have a gap in life. For Jonathan, his canine business is his gap. As long as he doesn't satisfy that suppression and IT stress, he needs to fill in that drink or fill in that smoke to suppress this dog canine training business. So he's suppressing this. As he said, what is the first statement he told? I'm a South Indian guy and we have this blessing that the IT is going to select us. We are by force getting into. By force, I'm getting into IT. I'm killing my dog canine training business or that dream which I have. For suppressing that killing, you get into alcohol, you get into any other type of addiction to forget about the dog. So start solving this dog's problem, you will stop smoking. Every smoke or every addiction you have is some gap which you have created in your past life, which you're building up, and then you are working it against you. Right? So every Jonathan will get into smoking or drinking with time. Because every South Indian guy is killing some dream which he has and building up into that. If he begins to satisfy, now for example, Devdas, why he got into drinking? Because he didn't get Paru. But if he understands why Paru was not the right girl for him, if he understands that Paru is not, there's some other better girl for me, he won't get into drinking. But no, I want Paru only. What IT guys are doing, I want the IT job and I will kill, I want my canine only. And you're not getting the canine, no way to get a canine. Okay, let me smoke it off and forget it. Let me go to disco and forget it. Let me go to...
I should cut my hair now. I should really cut my hair right now.
Sorry?
I should get a haircut. I should really get a haircut. I look like an addict. I should get a haircut.
Yeah, see, now that's the other thing I don't know, right? People have this long beard and long hair, guys. Take a trimmer and just shave it off. You know, now what I don't understand is that most of the people are showing their true nature when it's locked down. So I will tell you something. All of you, all of the IT people or anyone in the world, you have your true nature. That true nature is shown when you have vacation or leave. So every time when you're off this true nature, stress is building up. Every time when you go for an IT job, you are shaving and trimming. And when you're off, you're not trimming. Every trim is a stress because you're not built up for that. Right? So you have your true character. Either you change it or you keep stressing for every time. So for example, if you are a guy who like to keep beard, go ahead and keep it. I have no issues with that. But for work, you're trimming it. Every time you feel, why I have to shave today? Damn, why I have to have a haircut today? You're building up stress. Right? Yeah. I hope I've answered the question. What is Nishant saying? Nishant, I know he's an IT guy at Amazon. I had a very long conversation with him about he and his life. I would like to ask you one question. How to get associated with yourself, this great initiative helping people? Nishant, just message me and we'll figure out some way to get it right. So, you know, this was organized by Vivek and we just worked it up from that. And you know, I know Nishant, I've talked to him for 2-3 times because he had other issues which he wanted to discuss about. He's an Amazon engineer at Amazon, right? So yeah, so Nishant, if you want to have any ideas to work around the same way, let me know and we can work it out. Go ahead, Anirudh, Jonathan, doubts are clear 100%?
Yes, clear for now. Yes.
No, clear. Anything, right. Whatever doubts you have, whatever. See, I tell one thing to people. Meet me once, clear all your doubts, then don't meet me again. Right? Because I will clear all your doubt from birth to death. Right? That's what I tell people, you know. So, because my point is not to have a follower or not to have a link. My point is to give you that answer which you're looking for, figure that out so that you don't need me anymore. My job is to get you self-motivated. Right? So once I get you self-motivated, you don't need me or any other motivators. Right? So my job is pure objective is get you motivated and then my job is done. So feel free to ask. This is a rare opportunity people get, like Vivek brought you 2 guys. So feel free to ask and clear all your doubts so that you don't have any more doubts till you die. Marriage, life, or past, or IT, or the future of IT.
Right. The marriage is one big fear that I have. The responsibilities actually build up once you get married, right? So when is the right time to get married? I mean, your parents pressure
Okay.
you, you feel
When
that's a
does an IT guy
pressure.
get married? Okay. So there's different options. I think even I remember Nishant also asking me the same thing about marriage also, right? So I'll tell you one thing. It's not about the responsibilities you got to run away from. It is about that love, or it is about that pure love. For example, I will tell you something. Jonathan, if you get a dog lover in your life, I'm telling you, your life is set, right? So the point, what I'm telling you, right? So the point here is that is you're talking about responsibilities, but then you have a canine business which is going on, and the girl just loves dog. I'm telling you, the marriage is never stressful.
Right?
What
Right.
you
Yeah.
what you don't understand is marriage is when two people combine together to complement each other, not challenge each other. So it's complement together, right? So when you find people to complement, which means your weakness gets filled by her and her weakness filled by you. It's a different thing that a man ego and the female ego will clash. That is the main reason why you get married. You get married because you have, as a child, you don't differentiate girls or boys. You're okay with everyone. But as you grow, I'm a man, I'm a female, right? I'm a woman. And you get married, you clash, and you pretend to believe you both are one. That is the main reason to make you one. So before marriage, everyone is a boy and a girl. It's only after marriage you become a woman and a man, which means you get the opposite sexes, or you get the female concept and masculine concepts understanding. Right now, you are not married. You're a boy. You're not man yet. Only after you marry, you'll tend to see the girl's point of view. And when you start understanding the girls or the feminine concept, you become a complete human being. That is one of the main reasons you get married. Now you're talking about responsibilities. It depends on what career field your wife is in, right? So there's many, I'm not saying the marriage market, there is many types of girls or different types. Now, if you're going love marriage or arranged marriage, that is the biggest discussion it all starts with. So first of all, if you're going to love marriage, I always tell people, religion, caste, get this corrected because 90% of your parents are going to reject. If you have plans to reject your parents and go ahead, then it's a different ball game. But 90% of kids won't do it because of the Indian culture values. You won't get away from you, or the girl won't go against. Right? So whatever battle you have, make sure if you're going for love marriage, you can achieve it if the love stays powerful, because love is supreme. From arranged marriage, sorry, love is more higher than love. Sorry, love is more higher than religion, caste, horoscope, and everything. But do you stay it in the purest love form? That I don't know. Because after marriage, your kids will come, your love starts focusing on the kid, and that, then all the religion, caste will start hitting you. For example, you get married and then conflicts begin to come in. The first dialogue from each partner is because of a religion, or it's because of your caste difference. You're not understanding me, my caste is different, and that will be the reason for fight. That is how religion and caste comes into this marriage. With positivity, you can marry, love marriage. I support both, love and arrange, but provided they do in the right sense, because most of the people don't do both marriage in the right sense. That is why divorces are happening on both sides of the marriage, right? So he was talking about responsibility. So it depends on how your partner is. Some people need to support you on a different side of things, which means they take care of you from an emotional strength, from a homely strength. Some people give you financial support, which means they'll be working and getting through. Some people, you both become one and you make a difference to the world. That is true reason for marriage, but many people don't do it, right? Which means you have a canine dream. You have a girl who completely understands about dog, who completely has this. So if you're going for arranged marriage, your first question is, do you love dogs?
Dogs. That's what, yeah.
Right? That is because I think when you are so driven by the dog's energy, your conflict will be dog versus her after some time.
Yeah.
Right? So that will be a bigger battle for you to battle than anything else. right? So make sure you get that differences correct and make sure you work it up from that point of view. So it is much more beneficial. Marriage is not a responsibility. Marriage is it becomes a responsibility when you put unnecessary stress over onto your head. Each person has a role to play. If you play that right role, there is no more responsibilities. You love doing it. If you truly love your wife, whatever you're doing is for that love. Do you think your dog is a responsibility?
No, never. That's never a question.
Same way, if you start loving the girl who's coming into your life, it is no more a responsibility. That's how you see it, right? When you're saying my dog was never, it's a part of me, it's my friend, everything we do together. So if you see that girl, I'm not saying see the girl as a dog, but that relationship which you have with that dog should be similar to that relationship with that girl who's coming into your life. And if you can tap that, how is marriage a responsibility? It is that fun being together. It is fun, like it's simple as that. But then what happens is that once she comes into your life, yes, you have to give her more priority than the dog at the end of the day. But then if she also loves dog, you both balance it. She loves dog, you also love dog. Dog becomes a common topic and you just enjoy the whole dog concept. So is marriage a responsibility?
No, it doesn't seem much now that you've set a path. So
So, go ahead.
You know what to look for. So now when it comes to marriage, now I know that what I need to look for. In
You
my
look for a partner who complements you, right? Who becomes a part of your system, who becomes jointly, maybe it's all that. And when you give that out, you will get a girl that type. When you are saying that, oh, responsibility, the girl of responsibility is going to come to you. And it's a responsibility. And the pressure starts building up. Right? Like I always tell a joke to my wife. I always said, I don't want an engineer. In the beginning of my marriage, I ended up getting an engineer.
Okay.
Right? But then I need to know about engineer because I was giving that, I don't want an engineer. I want an engineer. God will say, oh, you can't figure out an engineer. I will send you an engineer, learn how to manage an engineer. Right? So I that to my wife, right? At the end of the day.
Right.
Go ahead. Any more questions or my job is done?
No questions.
So one last question. So parental problems. Now, what if your parents don't support what you do? How do you cope with that? And you're still dependent.
So, if you're still dependent with your parents and the parents don't support you?
No, here's the thing. You still live with your parents. You support your parents. But at the same time, since you have dogs, they're like, oh, the smell. Oh, I can't live with this like this. I'll go out. That emotional blackmailing.
There's two things over here, right? So what you would understand is that one thing is that they have that fear still within them. So your duty of your son is to try to build up that relationship with that dog, right? Because they have this old age and with time they were scared and they build up this fear. Along the long run, they think that dog is danger.
No, they don't have any problems with the dog. So they have a problem with me. So they don't see that a future, that this is a future for me.
Okay, so there now I get it. So what you need to do is Mama Papa, I am doing the IT job which you dream of. You're working, right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah. So I am getting this dream. You are happy, free time, I'm taking care of the dog. What is the problem? That is one point. Right? The other thing what you need to do is that stop pitching canine business training to them.
Yes, I have. After multiple times, I have stopped.
Yeah. So stop pitching it. You work on your dream on the background, as I told you, right? You start working on your dream and slowly build up it on the side. Don't leave your job. Build up on the side. Get your first revenue in, right? And try to tap on the rich guys who really love dogs as their kids. right? You mint a lot of money, I'm telling you. Pet job or training pet, if they really love their dogs, I'm telling you, it is one of the biggest, because it is that you're literally going to spend whatever money just because they don't have kids, the only animal they have is this. If you tap into that, I'm telling you, you can be a millionaire very easily. All right. But then let that first revenue come in, and then, Papa, see, I just made this much revenue. Then he'll say, no, forget it. It doesn't matter. You focus on it. Okay, Papa, I will focus. You focus. Get the next revenue in and let them see the numbers. And when they see the numbers, and when you show that this is possible, and that is when they'll say, oh, beta, you did all this. And then they will tap you in the same way at the back. I never expected this. You will do this much money. Once the money starts flowing in, most of the parents shut their mouth. But first, get the money flowing in first. Because what I know, most of the people, kids, what they do is that, Papa, I want to be an interior decorator, and boom, they just get stuck there. Show them the whole path, how you're going to make money. Today, I'm going to do this. Tomorrow, I'm going to do that. Next year, I'm going to do this. In case if I don't do any of this, you can tell me to stop. And that is how you have to. Right? My dad wanted to be a manager, and I calculated all the maths. If I do my bachelor's, if I do all that, and I work it on, I need to build up and work it from there, right? So to be a manager, you need 50 years of experience and an MBA. Right. I was like, how do I achieve that? Start working and studying. I started working at the age of 18, started working all my life, working and studying together, right? So I did that just to fasten the process, and I became the manager at the age of 30. And after I became the manager, I have the freedom of time. That is when I went after my passion. Right. Okay. So that's how you got to do it. Maybe it will delay by another 5 years. But within that 5 years, you have that money. Your parents are happy. You take care of them. And then that business on the other side is building up, and slowly start taking over. Once they take over, even they will say, go ahead, beta, do that.
Right. So you just show a proof of concept, and then you're okay with it. Just don't keep discussing.
Prove it by facts. Discussion is a waste of your energy. Discussion is demotivating for you. So stop discussing and build up your stuff, right? Stop discussing and build up your things, and let the facts come out. And when the facts come out is when you challenge them. This is like, I'm making a building. I need this much lakhs, and parents say, holy, I can't get you the lakhs. Slowly put a brick, let the building grow. Then you'll say, oh, you made this such a big building without our support, beta, I'm proud of you. That same parents will say, I'm proud of you later.
Yes.
Okay. Any other thing?
Yep. Anirudh, any questions?
No.
All clear. So let me see if this is something else someone who wants to ask. How is Java, Python are useful? You want to answer? Anyone Java and Python guys?
Anirudh, do you want to put some input on Python?
Yeah, again, like this is a generic question. Like what is, like, how is Java and Python used? They are used for coding. Like with Python, you can get into, like, we have web frameworks wherein you can build websites. Then using Python, you could get into machine learning, data science. Using Java also, you can do the similar kind of things. Like, obviously, they are useful. That is why they are in the market.
True. No, that's what, guys. Stop asking this general question. You should tell that I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. Can I get into Java or can I get into Python? That is more a better discussion than talking about. People want this secret pill or secret certificate. We'll get that dream job. There's nothing called that secret pill. Everyone right now, the biggest problem, you have a leg pain, you want a pill to solve it. You want to get thin, you want a pill. You want to get fat, you want a pill. You want peace, you want a pill. Everyone wants this magic pill, right? Stop going after this magic pill. The only thing is hard work, proper planning, and keep building up it with time. Like, for example, if you have a leg pain, go and take an X-ray. Your leg might be okay. Start exercising. The leg pain is gone. Exercising, you need to put that hard work. But you have an option. You got to take a pill and take a painkiller and get that leg go away. Find out what the problem is and fix it. Right? That is how you got to do it. I think Vivek has dropped down maybe due to some technical issues. So that's it. I'm almost talking on 1 hour. As long as I've answered your question, my job is done. That's what I believe in.
Yeah.
So figure it out. And, guys, I hope everyone enjoyed this show. Instagram, most of the time I was on YouTube and Facebook because all the VideoCon is a conference call where everyone comes together to talk together, right? So feel free. If you want to do a similar show, you can message me. And if you want any of these guys to be a part of that show, let me know. Even they can also come in if they are interested to further, right? Sure. So my intention is to do it completely free of charge. My intention to make positivity free for everyone. I'll keep doing that till the rest of my life, whenever the now is. My next show, what is it, Sunday, is on Monday, which is the Ask Deek show, where you can ask me any questions similar way. I come every Mondays on the Ask Deek show. And after that is a theme Deek. You already know about it, which happens on Wednesdays. So that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for everyone. This session is one of the best, maybe. So there are people, you guys know Rameshwari Chauhan. She says it's a very good session. Thanks a lot for that. So that is good. So what is Rameshwari's question? Big one. What is this? I'm facing a lot of issues handling household chores, working on projects together, not able to manage this, affecting mental and physical health. Please help me how to manage a routine. Go there. Rameshwari, I think I know you. I think I met you. I know this name, and I know Ganapati also. So I know you. I think I know who you are. Just message me and we can discuss this further. At the end of the day, I don't know what your household issues are. If I come to know what your household issues is, then only I can actually tell you how to manage that. Now, at the end of the day, you have to learn how to balance it. Now with this lockdown, I don't know why you have so much of issues in managing that. So we will work it out. Send me a message, guys. We are just signing off. I just saw this question right now. So I'll reply. I think I know this Rameshwari, right? So message me and we can figure it out. Guys, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Anirudh and Jonathan and Vivek also to be a part of the show. All I know is I've answered your questions and you have a way to move forward in life. Some questions I answer indirectly, not directly, because that's the best way to do it. And and anything else you guys want to add on?
No, that's it.
Yeah, first I would like to thank because these were the questions which are quite common, and like once you have answered these questions, most of the questions which like Vivek might have got in the Google form might have been answered, because these are the common ones and like you have answered them pretty well. So thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, and even most of my questions, to keep me insane. To keep me in sane mode. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah. That's good. I think Pooja is also saying, this is one of the best sessions they enjoyed. So we have one feedback. We have made an impression to one person. That's all matters at the end of the day. So I'll be signing out from Facebook and YouTube. Thanks a lot, guys. And we'll say thanks to Vivek for organizing this show. Sometimes I do tend to look down. It's because my laptop is down, and that's where I see Anirudh and Jonathan. That's why I tend to look down and not face-to-face talking to you guys. So thanks a lot, guys. So let's see whenever next time. But next show is on Monday. I come on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, where I give priorities on all the shows. So guys, thanks a lot. See you on Monday on the Ask Deek show. Thank you, Anirudh. Thank you, Jonathan. And hopefully
thank you for having us.
We're going to meet next time. Bye.
Sure. Bye-bye.